Hey guys, James. I'm doing another vlog. So as of when I'm filming this, I haven't actually gone in to see my first doctor's appointment, which means no hormones yet. And one thing I want to address is that it's going to take years. So it's not like you go and start hormones and then like a month later it's like you're all changed and good kind of thing. It takes like 3 to 5 years to see like full results kind of thing. There's a big cool diagram on the website that talks a bit about it, and maybe I'll throw that up around here, but basically it shows you what you can see over time, but you're not going to see a lot of cool stuff until like, you know, a big difference when you take a photo when you're 3 years in versus when you just start. You might see a big difference, and it's like weight loss, you know. You got to keep doing it, keep on it, and it's not instant, but it will make a big change. So I haven't started that yet, but what I've started doing is reaching out and seeing what's out there for Facebook groups, YouTube communities, like, you know, the trans community kind of thing. And it was interesting, to say the least. You know, there's a lot of support in Vancouver and a lot of support in Canada around, you know, trans people and rights and all this kind of stuff like that. One thing I've learned is that our brothers and sisters down in the States, not so much. It's very not the same, you know. The good thing is up here is that you've got a lot of cool medical coverage. A lot of meetings with doctors and stuff like that is covered by your Canadian Health plan and all this kind of stuff like that. So that's really nice and neat. I didn't even really think about that. But whereas with America and stuff like that, you've got to end up like, you know, your things aren't covered as much. So and then in Europe, same thing. As far as I can tell, I'm not exactly sure, but I know a lot of more people are fundraising for their transitions, whether it be the surgery or I don't know. They're just a lot of GoFundMe accounts, and a lot of people are asking for money. And you know, like I get that the community's here to help and support and things like that, but from what I've seen, a lot of it's discouraged on, like, you know, which I get. You know, you don't want to be in a group of just people being like, hey, fund me, hey, give me money, hey, I need this. And you know, we're here for support. We're here to communicate and offer advice and pass, you know, if you have a question, hopefully someone in the community can answer, but it's not really meant to be like, you know, like, oh cool, hey, I'm giving $20 to this person, $20 to this person, $20 to this person. You know, it's, if you can and you are, then that's awesome, but I don't have that kind of funds to do that. I can't support a lot of people like that. I've got a son. I'm supporting him, and he's my main goal. So one of the things when I joined one of the groups and I posted, they're like, hey, I've got a vlog. I am, you know, documenting when I'm, you know, my whole transition. I won't name names, but I got a comment that was basically like, hey, you shouldn't do this. This will, you know, you don't want breadcrumbs telling people that you're trans, and you don't want people to be able to you know, to find out. And I'm like, well, no, I'm proud. Like, I'm pretty stoked on it. A lot of my friends are really supportive. I think I'm in a good place, and I'm pretty excited. I want people to watch this. This is why I'm doing it. I don't, you know, I want people to look at this and to be like, hey, you know, I had a pretty good journey. You know, I hope mine goes as well. And I hope I get to fill in any blanks. And anyone has any questions, if you have any questions, comment down below. But anyway, so yeah, so I was like, no, I'm proud. And they were like, well, you know, you shouldn't be, because you'll end up homeless, and you know, and then your employees, you know, like your work can find your vlog and end up firing you and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, you know, I'm like, no, like, I work for myself. I work in the entertainment industry, and up here it's really encouraged. I've never run into an awkward situation yet, working with great people up here. But I can see how, the person was like, oh, she also was like, because I was like, no, I've got work for myself. I have great friends. I have a great support system. And they were quick to come back with, oh, well, all your friends are actually not, are all snickering behind your back, and they're all, they think you think they support you, but they don't. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure my friends do. I trust my friends, and I trust my support system, and I'm sorry if you've had a bad experience with it. But if someone is coming to a group or joining, or starting off, you don't want to just all of a sudden be like, here's the hard truth. And it's not really truth, it's your experience, what happened with you. Yes, there is a lot of hate, there's a lot of discrimination against the world. I see that. I see down in the States people are getting beat up. There's a lot of craziness, and I just, my vlog is just to vlog my experience, is to vlog my life. I'm very privileged in where I live, in what I do, with who I do it with, and my life is amazing. So I'm hoping to show some positivity, to show some hope for anyone who's watching, who's thinking of transitioning. It's like, cool, it's not all about dark and hiding things and blah blah blah. It's about being yourself and putting yourself out there and changing who you are into who you want to be. And anywho, so I was very off-put by that whole discussion. Ended up with just being like, well, don't come crying to me when you're homeless and living under a bridge. I'm like, pretty sure that's not gonna happen. I like where I live. And I'm pretty sure I've got some friends who will put me up. But anywho, so I was very confused about that, and I was like, well, I hope all the community isn't like that. And I've met tons of people so far that are starting or have been 7 years in or 10 years in, or that are really enjoying it, and that have posted before and after photos that are awesome. And I think that's amazing. I'm really excited to be a part of this community, and to to show you guys my journey. And that's it. It's my journey. That's it. That's all I'm posting about, because that's all I know. I'm not an activist per se, in the way of out there marching on the streets. I am myself, and I'm supportive, and I will stand up for trans rights. I'll stand up for anyone's rights. I mean, equal, being equal to me is having the same rights as any other human being, and I don't see why there's discrimination. I mean, I know why, but I mean, I don't stand for it. So that was kind of my off-put. And then, I've enjoyed some great people. People have been really supportive, and, wished me well on my journey. All my friends, and even some family that I haven't chatted with in forever, I've seen them every now and then, but even then they've reached out and they'll be like, hey, good luck on your journey. And I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I haven't talked to my grandparents yet, but I know that word has gotten out now, and they're a little old school, but I think they'll support me. And once again, it's all with education. It's nothing like this happens overnight. It's not like all of a sudden I decided this and then by tomorrow I'll be completely different. I mean, God, I wish. But it's a long period. It's a long time of change, and I'm looking forward to it. That's why I want to get things started, because it's going to be years before I end this vlog and be like, yo, check out, here I was before, rocking the Anchorist t-shirt, and my weird haircut and all this kind of stuff, and what I am then, because I'm still me. But that's another thing that I just want to just briefly touch upon before I end this. It was interesting seeing people post photos of their before and afters, and and be like, oh, hormone, or post photos of themselves and say, oh, I don't know if hormones is going to change this ugly mug or things like that. And a drug's not, it's a tool. It's not fix everything. It's not all of a sudden you're going to go on hormones and all of a sudden be this amazingly beautiful woman. Every woman that I know works really hard on their beauty. A lot, everyone works, whether they're Instagram models that I know or whether they're just regular people or actors or all these people. Everyone, works hard on being themselves, and whether it be running, some kind of cardio, whether it be eating right, or whether be really good with makeup, or like washing your face every day. There's a lot of things that come to it, and that's just not just being a woman, that's being everyone. I mean, if you're, sad to say it, if you're like 300 pounds and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna take hormones and become an amazingly big-breasted beautiful woman, not gonna happen. I mean, who knows? But I mean, I don't think that's how it works. I mean, you get what you put into it, and so it's one of the reasons why I'm doing it now, is because I'm working really hard on losing weight. And to get my body in a different shape. And I just realized that no matter how much weight I lose, I'm not going to have the shape that I want. So I was like, well, what shape do I want? Like, I want hips, I want this chest, I want all this kind of stuff. So it was very much like wanting, something different, and thinking about what that meant. So anywho, that's about it. I'm gonna wrap it up now before my thing dies. So I will catch you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye.